I know they crazy.
Thank you.
I love they do me.
Thank you.
I know they crazy.
Thank you.
God bless the great people of Edo State.
Thank you, Timmy. We'll see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we'd like to invite to give the vote of thanks the APC chairman of Edo State. Please put your hands together for Emperor Jared Tenebe. Clap for the chairman who.
Working committee that are present here. Honorable Minister, my teacher, my mentor, the person who made me what I am today. Artists, most especially Maleke, long, and all our brothers and sisters that made this occasion possible. We want to thank all of you for a good evening and wish each and every one of us safe journey back to our destination. Thank you and God bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's been a night of celebration, and we have just come close to the end of the whole ceremony. And on behalf of the production crew, I want to say thank you for watching Africa Independent Television. Bisi, what do you have to say?
It's been a lovely night, and thank you so much for staying with us.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time with us. We'll be struggling. We don't know what is happening. There's this continuous attack everywhere. I'm going to post out a link. Let's just have evening discussion now. Okay, Chris, I can see you already on the comment section. Please just come in on time if you can. Anybody that want to join us now, please come in on time. Let's do this together. I don't know why this is happening. I'm not even sure if anybody is hearing me. See, what I did not put on the screen is coming up on the screen. What did they happen? Now, wow. Okay, Oga Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, I did hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. We don't know what did they happen, no. So anybody that want to call me, please. Yes, I can hear you now. I don't know what did they happen. So let's just have an evening discussion. Let's see if people will be coming in. Thank you very much. My wonderful people, thanks for your understanding. Ogakri, do you know that the last broadcast, 10 minutes before we ended it, nobody they hear with you, they talk again. None of you, they talk again.
Wow. 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 And we not get any sign for private chat, say somebody come.
No, they are, I don't know, they are trying different way now. So it's crazy. But we'll defeat them. We'll defeat them.
Certainly through the link. Is it through the link?
I will want to the discharge link. Anyway, we'll discuss this privately. Because then they listen. This is telling people they are here. They are listening. That's it.
We'll describe you'll discuss them privately.
Yes, certainly. Yes. Maybe there are some people I can see we don't have enough people yet. Maybe they are still looking for us somewhere. They don't know where we are right now. But who was on the panel with you earlier on? Was it Abdul Malik?
Abdul Malik, Oga Onsun Destiny, Midwest People, F. Emmanuel, and me.
Okay, yes. I don't know whether they will find this. Even Mom Diaspora could not find this broadcast as well, I guess.
It still had me small, but I just refresh before I finally see.
Abdul Malik, the comment session. Abdul Malik, use the link to come into the panel.
Yeah, tell me.
If you can. One man went to Mo. I don't understand what you're commenting. You know, you are mentioning another platform on my platform. If you continue to do those rubbish, I will block you. All right? I will block you. You know, you can't come here and be commenting rubbish here. I thought maybe you already have sense. Sometimes it looks like you are losing the sense. You know, if you are coming here to comment, just, you know, comment relating anything to do with Nigeria or anything to do with the platform. Don't bring other person's platform here. All right. Okay, Abdul Malik have responded that it's coming anytime soon. But before that, I'd like us to listen to this particular video here as we are waiting. Let's take this.
Now, ahead of the 2027 general elections, the national coordinator of the Obedient Movement, Dr. Yunusa Tanko, has urged lovers of good governance in Nigeria to ensure that a new Nigeria is birthed in 2027. Speaking at a one-day event titled Repositioning the Obedient Movement for Greater Impact, organized by the Obedient Movement and Anambra State support groups, Tanko outlined the movement's renewed focus on mobilization, structure, and youth empowerment. Well, joining us now on the show is the National Coordinator of the Obedient Movement, Dr. Yunusa Tanko. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning,
Dr. Tanko.
Yeah.
You are saying the Labour Party will be repositioned, that Mr. Peter Obi has the potential to become president in 2027. Well, I know politicians say we don't want to disclose our strategy. But in this case, you have to talk about that reposition because your party is divided. You have all kinds of persons who are even insisting that the ticket will not go to Mr. Peter Obi automatically. What is your confidence based upon? Meeting with support groups in Anambra does not really convince me, looking at all the gladiators in your party.
It was the great Chuba Akadibo of blessed memory who said that if you are emotionally attached to your tribe or religion and political lineage, and to a point that justice, fairness, and equity become a secondary consideration, then your exposure and your education is useless. He went further to say that where you cannot rise above petty sentiment, then you are a liability to mankind. We don't want to be a liability to mankind. We actually want to add value to mankind. And that is the reason why this particular position you only just railed out, it's clear to us that there are challenges with the Labour Party. And what do we do to mitigate these particular challenges? It's building the structures of the obedient movement. You remember very clearly, during the 2023 general elections, we were accused, rightly so, that we do not have structures in all of the polling units. In fact, 1,760 polling units was not covered by the Labour Party. So what do we do, learning from that experience? Is to say, this energy that we have on the obedient movement, let's galvanize it to a point that we cover each of those particular polling units with what we call polling unit commanders. When we mobilize those particular unit commanders and they are cut across all of these particular polling units, we have a solid foundation to be able to push any of the ideas and find solutions to most of the challenges that we have in 2023. This, of course, is our target. For us, anybody who is interested in good governance, which has already been really put in place, and as the kind of words that His Excellency Peter Obi spoke and made it very clear to the Nigerian people, where we have 12.5 million of them registering to vote. give us this particular passion to say, yes, we can move this energy into a systematic way using the ICT technology as a point to galvanize the Nigerian youth into voting. So we are getting prepared and we are ready to face the challenges that we had over 2023 general elections.
Right. Now, the person of Peter Obi, of course, was a driving force in what we saw, should I say, the magnificent size that the obedient movement was able to garner, especially in such a short period of time. However, with elections following the presidential election, we've seen that Peter Obi effect, as it's come to be known, has started to dwindle. What's the plan for the obedient movement to be bigger than Peter Obi? Are there plans in place for that?
When we took over leadership of the obedient movement, it is amazing, for the first time in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, especially in the northern part, where people do not really want to associate with people from the south, especially from the southeast. Today we have leaders, malams, challenging each other. Today we have young boys and girls saying that the next election we are going to put in a Christian ticket. Most of the time, mostly when you head from the north, you don't get this particular kind of word. So when you think that probably that particular number is dwindling, from our own investigation, that number is increasing. Where you thought we don't have them, we are now having them. The first program we did in Kano, after I took over leadership, was where I got the feeling that some of the key malams in Kano in particular are speaking to us. And the young generation, cover 44 local government in Kano, are saying, where are the offices? Where are the points where we will converge? This was not done. So I can tell you for sure that we are increasing. Probably what you are seeing is those particular words that probably some of them in the Twitter, where they think that they're doing.
I'm actually referring to election results.
Okay, the election result. Of course, you know the election result had to do with some of those particular candidates who would put in place, like for example in Edo. We had serious challenge, just like as he said. The party had a lot of challenges within itself, and that, of course, affected us very greatly. But we are refocusing our mind and saying, this is what we need to do. We've learned from Imo, we've learned from Edo. Yesterday we were in Ondo State. And all of those ones have a reason why we do some of those particular. We understand the challenges, but we are trying to find solutions to them.
Couple of things.
Yes, please.
A lot of Nigerians are disappointed in the Labour candidates that were elected with the Obi wave in the last election, especially the lawmakers in the National Assembly.
Yes.
They too have become a rubber stamp. They have collected all sorts of frivolous monies against the Nigerian people. And the Labour lawmakers across board that were elected have been a disappointment to Nigerians. Make a case why Nigeria should trust Labour Party and probably the extension of the obedient movement that put them in. And secondly, the infighting of people in the obedient movement. We see their fights on Twitter. We see the open support from one party against the Labour Party in the elections. And people say the obedient party is not united as we speak. They are not together. Some people have even used the obedient movement to go and do chop-chop. They've built popularity for themselves to go and do chop-chop and collect money somewhere else. The second question is, as it is today, you people have a directory of all obedient movement members. How many are they?
Exactly. Thank you for pointing out those particular facts. That is the reason why we are structurally putting it into place. The reason why we have already understood some of this, because you know, the obedient movement ab initio was an amorphous organization. People were just doing what they can do. But now we are structuralizing everything into formally. Now, what we have in position now is that the national coordinator, we are going to have zonal coordinators, we are going to have state coordinators, we are going to have local government coordinators, and we are ending up with having unit commanders. Now, there are going to be a direction with a concept note that we've already put in place. And I can assure you, it will galvanize everybody into place so that all of these particular issues that you raise will not rear its heads. Because if there's no direction, nobody will be able to, we can't hold anybody responsible.
So are you saying people voted for the Labour Party members to be in National Assembly and there was no direction of the party to be able to tell them what to do?
know,
that means the Labour Party was not prepared.
No.
Secondly, so you don't have the data of all obedience now. You don't know their number as it is.
No, we can't have the numbers because that's what we are trying to do.
There's not a registration portal.
Yes, that will be a next move that we are trying to do. We want to have a formal registration for each members. In fact, the data will be so much coordinated in such a way you can easily identify an obedient where he resides and the point of his vote.
Why can't you people talk against the lawmakers, Labour Party lawmakers that has joined them in all of this shenanigans in crazy country?
Exactly.
Because they feel Labour Party is a disappointment by those that they voted in.
Okay, let me explain. Like during the time of the issue of collecting of cars or no cars,
yes.
His Excellency Peter Obi, in building trust within the electorate, made it clear that he is not in support of anybody collecting cars and they should justify their move. It was public. And that to show you that he has a different direction. Also, it is also important for you to know that majority of the people who come into the Labour Party as at that time, many of them are greenhorns. They don't even know exactly what the Labour Party itself, the constitution of the manifesto of the Labour Party. So it is gradually that we are putting those particular right peg in the right hole. And that is the reason why that by the time we finish...
opportunities.
Yes, there was.
That used the Labour Party.
There was.
Dr. Tanko.
Yes.
How do you explain the confusion between the obedient movement and the Labour Party to the Nigerian public? I think you once said that the people who are in the obedient movement are not necessarily in the Labour Party. The people in the Labour Party are not necessarily obedient. Now, how does the average man that you want his support or our support in 2027, how do you expect that voter to resolve that confusion?
Exactly. Now,
because obedience has a different identity and character, different from that of the party, which some people say belongs to them.
Yeah. Now, the party itself, remember, was midwife by the Nigerian Labour Congress long before now. There have been issues, quite all right, within the party. But when most of the obedient movement came into the party, of course, they faced a little bit of resistance. But what we want to do, having learned from all of those lessons, is to say, look, the obedient movement is bigger than the Labour Party. Just like as you rightly said, we have them in everywhere. Academicians, traders, some members of other political parties, even in the media, we have some of them. So, but what we want to do is that to ensure that we give a direction to say, look, we are moving into a political party, A or B, with this particular ideology and beliefs. Anybody does not believe in that, then they can keep away. Like His Excellency Peter Obi, who have been moving from point A to point B, trying to gain the trust of the Nigerian people. We were together with him at Anambra yesterday. It was one of the priests who even said that, sir, you made statement that you are going to come back. And you did. We were amazed. He made a statement on the 5th of August. And here he is today in November 10th, presenting them with a check. That is building of trust. So if he does that on a continuous basis, we were in Ondo, today is going to another place. So it's a continuous building of trust. We want to reshape that particular ideological belief and the difference from the trade.
In other words, correct me if I'm wrong. If the platform of the Labour Party is not available to Mr. Peter Obi ahead of the 2027 election, we could see a situation whereby the obedient movement will look for another special purpose vehicle, as it did in 2023. Are you certain about that? Because the people in Labour Party, they are not going to give up. The people who say they are the owners of the party, they are not going to give up. In fact, there is even one man that says he has a certificate making a Labour Party a legal entity. And that if the obedience have any such certificate, they should come and produce it. So are we likely to see Mr. Peter Obi in another party? Politics
is dynamic, but once the idea is consistent, then of course you can always find a home. So in a way, that's what I'm saying. At this particular point in time, we are members of the Labour Party. and we're still fighting to ensure that the Labour Party becomes the party that everybody will trust. But where it becomes inevitable that the Labour Party is not ready to assimilate the idea of good governance and public and accountability to the people, of course, we have to look for another opportunity where we can really trade our market.
Okay, earlier when I asked you your the first question, you made reference to a Christian ticket. Is that the direction you're moving in?
No, I just gave you a simple analogy of some of the kind of thinking that is happening even in the North, where you never thought that such a statement could really come out.
Is it a possibility? Is it something you're toying with since you say you're hearing it from your followers? Is it something you will make the winning formula?
Politics is dynamic. Nobody would have thought that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, a person who state controlled only 8 local governments, could become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Nothing is impossible.
Can I ask you one question quickly?
Yes.
It is said that Peter Obi has also been talking to Atiku Abubakar. If Atiku gives you a deal, would you guys take it?
In politics, you talk to a lot of people. As we're speaking, a lot of people believe that probably a bigger platform should be in which we should run.
People part of that mega platform that is coming.
We are talking to each other.
So there might be a mega platform,
party. Oh, sure, there may be a bigger platform.
Okay, so that means you people will morph your support from Labour Party and go to that bigger platform.
That is the reason why we are independently building the obedient movement to show our strength. Within a short period of time, you will get our numbers.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, Dr. Yunusa Tanko of the Obedient Movement, we look forward to, seems the road to 2027 has kicked off bright and early. Thank you for your time.
Oh, sure. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, that one at Tanko right there. As you all can see, Midwest people, please turn on your cameras so that I can hear you. I can see you rather. You know, you're on the backstage. I guess you already know the rules of the platform now. You know, yes, that is Tanko right there. You all can see it's certainly going to happen that Peter Obi will be merging with whoever it is. I'm not sure, you know, for the 2027 to happen. But Tanko is very, very sure and certain that Peter Obi will win 2027 election, and it's coming out. But the question now is that will Abure, if Abure is still the head at that particular time, give him a ticket to run as, you know, a president at that particular time? So now wait till they ask maybe that. So I'd like us to talk about this, then we move back to Edo State if we can. Oga Chris, if you are there, sir, please talk to us.
Well, Mr. Anjawat, thank you very much for bringing out this video. For me, like you said, I think I was just waiting for that last part. Tanko, Yunusa Tanko, made it very clear with certainty that there's going to be some form of alliance or merger. And they actually said that the reason why they are compiling that register is for them to be able to show the strength of the obedient, as in the people they are merging with now. They should be able to show them that, look, we have so and so million people on our register, so we not be small picking. So on that basis, they can discuss the merger. But whatever it is, I'm still of the strong opinion that any vehicle that His Excellency Peter Obi want to use to come to power in 2027, it should be a vehicle that he is in charge of. It should be a vehicle that he's in charge of. I'm not against merger at all. But anything that will take him to that number one position, I'm in full support. Because I'm very sure that if he gets there, he'll be able to do major things. I'm sure he will transform this nation and lay the foundation for successive administration to come. This excessive spending is going to curb all of them. But be that as it may, the reason I fear this second party vehicle for getting to presidency is that most of these people, it's either the EFCC has something on them, or these are people that can easily be bought over. How can we have expected that somebody at the level of Doyin Okukpe, not even if we leave Doyin Okukpe, everybody, most people that were major shakers in the last election with Peter Obi, almost all of them don't decamp finish. The ones that have not decamped, they are no longer talking. So that's just my fear with this whole arrangement. But whatever it is, they are the ones that are in the forefront. So they understand, they see many things that we cannot see. They occupy the plumb position. And I just believe that they know exactly what they are doing and they are going to do it well. And again, I think for every believer of Peter Obi, it's an opportunity to also know what's going on in these parties. Because now, this is 2024. This is just November. Now that they are doing this grouping and regrouping, if you want to be part of the process, I think it is the right time. Not be say before everybody will come get interest now. You waiting will come remain. Now people don't occupy everything finish. People will not have a say again. The people that will be there, you'll be forced to work with them. Because I'm very sure that if credible people had presented themselves in Edo State, I don't think the likes of Aburi and the executive that he had would have been in control of the Labour Party. Just imagine some of people where they really know, people that are really genuine, that were in charge of the ESCO in Edo State. I'm sure that the people the Labour Party lost, it probably they could have not left the Labour Party. Because like Chris Wonkobia and other strongmen, we can't just rule out those people like that, despite the fact that they left. They had their grievances. But whatever it is, the character of Julius Abure becomes a burden. It becomes like an albatross on the neck of even Peter Obi himself. It becomes a stain that Peter Obi was not able to wash out. Because how could you have fathomed the fact that a whole governorship election in a state that has the national chairman of the Labour Party, that national chairman was never seen in any of the campaign? It speaks volume. If any person still wants to live in the illusion that everything was well with the Labour Party, good luck to the person. Good luck to the person. Things were not well. So this is an opportunity. It's now, in this teaching stage, in this budding stage, it is now you can shape what you want 2027 to be, because it said you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. So any trick we want to engage in, it is now we have to learn. It is now we have to get the right people. The people that will not take money during the primaries. Because this one they talk. So at the time when they go elect people, we will go do that delegate now. You just be surprised. Unless maybe, for example, the ticket, they will just pre-program the ticket that it's going to go for Peter Obi. It will be part of the arrangement. Because of these satanic people, if time we don't take time to go select delegates, don't even be surprised. People from APC, Agbado, they will go and give them money to vote another person. The rigging now not going to even be from inside Labour, inside the party where they finally decide to use. It will even be from outside. Because they know that His Excellency, Peter Obi, is a threat. Look at what Tanko said. And this is the kind of things we have repeated here, that there's Igbophobia in the north. That's what he just confirmed, that he was even surprised, the level of acceptance. And he even said that considering the way the north, they are very skeptical when it comes to issues that has to do with the south, especially the southeast. So these are factors that we should all look into. If anything has to be done, even if we are not part, we don't want to be part of the whole arrangement, but we have to be speaking to these issues now, putting pressure on the necessary corner before they begin to okay. For example, now this thing where Tanko they do, who will be coordinator for Edo State, starting from there, or the different local government area. Is it somebody that has just lost start from the PDP, then will make coordinator? Is it somebody that has just lost start from the APC? They are going to make the coordinators of the local government of the ward? Because now there the powers there. If it comes to selecting candidates or choosing candidates, now those people they bribe. So if we cannot get people with character, especially they see a lot of good names from this Edo Civil organization, we all should be part of this thing. This stage of organization, this stage that we are laying the foundation. Otherwise, we're going to spend the rest of 2025, 2026 trying to right the wrong. I know say people don't fight like this. In short, the truth has to be said. The number of people that you can easily buy with money or with favor or with religion or with ethnicity for Nigeria, 9 many pass the number of people that will want to do the right thing at every point in time. And again, what the system we are operating, now they are increasing the pains. They are increasing the pains, and this is making more and more people to lose their values. What ordinarily could be the core value of any person. But you must never forget the impact of poverty. It just reduces the glory of the integrity of a man. So all this must be factored in. The dollar is rising, the APC is destroying the economy, no job. Everything is just getting worse and worse. And if you create this kind of environment, you are just reducing the number of people that are willing to stand up for what is right. Every day, that number is dropping. That number is dropping. Some people cannot even complain any longer. They just want to live. They just want to survive today. Tomorrow, they want to survive tomorrow. And I'm very sure, if not for the economic situation in the country, vis-a-vis Edo State, I'm sure more people could have been hooked up to stations like this. But when people also consider things like data and all those, it becomes a huge burden. And some people can lose their phone, their devices. They can't even replace their phones. They can't. So the situation is so I don't know. I don't want to use the word complex because the solution is clear. We all know what the solution is. And that solution is namely, we have to start now. People that have interest, they have to be part of the process. They just have to be. This thing can't be left in the hands of the politicians because they've demonstrated over and over again that number one, they can't be trusted with power. And number two, they can't be trusted to do the right thing. And number three, they are irredeemable. If not, if you see their utterances, their character, these are people that lack scruples. They are completely unscrupulous elements. To be honest, if we really need to be fair with the way Nigeria is going, you want to be fair and assess the situation, you can almost say that there is no solution in sight. You can almost say that with all sense of responsibility. Just look at all the politicians. They are all busy with the alacrity of a busy honeybee. What are they doing? Nothing. Nothing completely. It grieves my heart, and I don't know. I don't know, because if you look at the settings today in Edo State, I was wondering, during the video you played earlier today, if you looked at everybody there, now still the same people. Even the one where we say they don't do well, the one where they never do well. Because one thing I've realized in our part of the world, once you don't enter power, everybody will just flow along, even if they don't support you. Even if they are not, they will be there. They will just sit down there, then grace the occasion. Give the occasion more power, more. If they don't come out, everybody will go, they complain for their bedroom. What stopped, for example, Yegunwe with the praise, or any one of them there? What stopped them from saying that, no, I can't attend this event? That election get as it be. After all the court case, and the court finally say, okay, this thing was like this, it was okay or it wasn't okay. Then before I start being part of this, for me, that is what I feel ought to be done. I might be completely wrong. But I don't think if somebody wants to wait, to just give it an element of, either fairness or hope to the people. But what we are seeing today, it just goes to show that get power anyhow you can. Once you get power, you continue from there. Do what the people like. Because today, despite the fact that I'm speaking for myself, despite the fact that I have criticized Tinubu, the way he came to power, we call him names, everything. We even call him worse name, but there are just some names we can't use on this platform. But if Tinubu start doing things that are okay today, I'm going to praise him. That's just the sad part. I'm going to say it. Even this Okpebolo, so let's even leave Okpebolo. Let's assume say Obaseki is still there.
I agree with you, Mr. Chris. I agree with you 100%.
That's the thing. So that's what the people have understood. So they just grab power anyway, anyhow, just grab the power, go there. If they start to they do good thing, that's me. For me, I don't get option. I go praise them. You know me say I support the way they take on, but that good thing that they are doing, that I know the people need, I'm going to praise
But
them.
at the end of the day, is that not what we are fighting for? For
Exactly.
Nigeria to be better.
Just to make it better. The only reason why people they want make the process that you came through, the process is good, the process is okay, it is devoid of rancor, so that it will encourage other good people to come into the system. For example, if election is free and fair, people will not think twice. A lot of people in diaspora, they will not think twice. For example, you want to do primaries, you don't need to bribe any person, you just go and they do the election. If you win, you win. If you win, you don't win. I'm sure a lot of good people will come in. So that's the only reason why people clamor for free and fair election. But if the election is over, the person in power is there, you can't be praying for the person to fail. It doesn't make sense. You can't be praying for the person to fail so that to make a point, say, I not tell you more, I not vote this person. It doesn't make sense any longer. If the person is going to, let's just take Edo State, for example. If, in short, my greatest person where I criticize past now, Obaseki. Imagine Obaseki started tying roads. We can see tangible roads. All those schools where they complain of. As he conduct local government election that day, the party win some, APC win some, AAC win some. You know, you can see element of fairness. Then if I continue to criticize and I be say I don't know what I they do, or I be say it's personal, I'm not speaking for the people. As devilish as, so I don't want to use the word, as this Tinubu has seen be so. If you start to the good thing just now, I go, that be the thing, no, like person say, I don't take bribe or whatever. It's not my business. My business is that I'm very sure that I know the reason why I'm supporting him. Like the student loan, he's able to do it. The students, they get it without, you don't need to know any person. The states, this insecurity everywhere, it tackles Boko Haram, Nnamdi Kanu problem, he looks at it. Free and fair election, judgment. As a Edo State election be, so the way the thing dirty, they not intervene. We see now, say na IPC, they intervene and all those things. Imagine if Tinubu start doing all those things, they want to do it, say no concern now. Make them do the election, whoever win. Then go court, they not influence anything. As people they shout, so say money not they then he hear say there's one minister budget 5 billion. He go say, no, what's that? That fund is too much. Reduce it to 1 billion. Or there's a summit in any of this country. Tinubu come out and say, I'm not attending that summit because of the cost. I will attend through Zoom. Or, you know, as in they go for treatment. So he go say, no, to go abroad, the people will go follow me, extra code. Because they have to pay all of them in dollars for every single day Tinubu stays overseas. He says, no, it's not going to be possible. Let's start a new hospital. But before we get that done, fly in these people. Let them come and take care of me. Yeah, bring your equipment. They do that regularly. How many times have they come and conduct heart surgeries? Heart surgeries, they bring all the equipment from abroad. After they conduct the heart surgery, these NGOs, they fly back to their country, especially from the US and the UK. So all these things are all possible. So if I see somebody like that, that's a leader like that, that is doing all those things, I can't no longer be focused on how he came to power. I have to start commending him. And okay, this man is doing well, this man is doing well, this man is doing well. But eventually, we all must have to realize that whatever we do, we are contributing. What I mean is that if you don't talk, you are still contributing. If you talk positively, you are contributing. If you talk negatively, you are contributing. The problem is not the effect of your contribution. For example, if you don't talk, you just keep quiet, you allow everything they go like that. You are docile. You are contributing by being part of the problem. If you are supporting negatively, satanically, then you are still contributing and being part of the problem. But if you are speaking up for what is good, then you are contributing positively.
But God, Chris, these people, many of them are satanic because they don't want to speak for what is right. That's the problem.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's because of what they want to benefit, or sometimes I try to ask this question, which I've never gotten any answer. Why would anybody, this person is not doing well, you still be supporting them? You say you love them. How?
At times, apart from just the benefits, our culture just still join. It's well, if we don't date close to person, to call the person out is very, very difficult. Apart from just even the hierarchy, say, okay, this person are elder statesman, this person are senior, my father in the Lord, all those father thing, the father of the nation, all those kind talk. We dey respect those things well. Even you go see person now, you go the politician wey dey do wrong. If people call am, maybe the politician don dey reach 80 years, like Obasanjo, for example, now, or even Buhari. You just get some people say, the man, you need to respect the age now. You don't reach, it's over 80 something years. Whatever it is. Even the Gowon, you see those statements we Gowon make. Because we thrive, we live on sentiments. We live too much on sentiments. And there's hardly any person you can blame for that because it's what has been there from the beginning. It's our style. It's our style. But unfortunately, that is what we have to deal with. That has been one of the albatross that we need to remove from our neck. But it's going to be difficult because if you are bringing a change, you are changing the people's way of life, drastic change, you will meet all resistance, all forms of resistance, I mean to say. Because people don't just change, not just only in Africa, not only in our setting now. In every culture, people tend to resist change. So people want change to happen gradually, slowly. They understand the process before any other thing. That was why I gave it to Showell. Not be Showell look Abdul Salami for face during that peace signing thing. He tell Abdul Salami, say, if not be una, we are not June 12, there would have been no need for all this signing up and down. How many people can say that? How many people? But to a lot of people go agree with that thing. We'll show we talk. A lot of people will agree, but they will end it by adding that he couldn't have said it like that. Now that was disrespectful. The question is that disrespectful to who? To the people that put you in the problem you are in the first place. In all honesty, we need to do more as a people. We need to do more as a nation. If we think what we are currently experiencing is child's play, we don't know the future that's awaiting, not even we now, that is awaiting our kids, our children. They could be anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you get the way some things go to happen to these children, just very say they go to their own country. But when there is a situation that they don't even have a country they can go to boldly, it is dangerous. It is dangerous. If you have an alternative, okay, whatever it is, they go Nigeria tomorrow, and you will fit into the system immediately. But if you know, say that place where you did, so if you even go your country self, this place then go even treat you better. Not be racism. Me, I just did the manager. Then the dignity is gone. The humanity is gone. The essence of living is gone. Because if you live, you are not able to make decisions at every point in time without recourse to other people's influence in your life. Then that's like a jail on its own. It's like a jail on its own. Well, the lesson in this, if we go back to the video that I started commenting, the lesson in this is that at this building stage, this is the stage to do that work. It is the stage to set the tone for 2027. Not be 6 months to election, not be 1 month to election. Because all those 1 month, 6 months to another time, everybody will just, hey, you just play one video, everybody will just clap, thousands of people. Now, there, this one, they don't bribe this one, they never bribe this one. Because the foundation is not there. New people will be coming in, people you don't even understand. Everybody will be working together, but fighting each other at the same time because of diversity of ideas. But at this stage, if everybody understands themselves, everybody know their capacity, so that you go even know the position where you feel put people. Mr. Ndawaj, Madam Rita is at the backstage. So
yes, I can see her name. Now only her name I don't see. You know, but meanwhile, I would like to quickly showcase this video before Madam Rita turn on her camera. You know, don't want satanic people here. Okay, yes, Madam Rita is Madam Rita. Madam Rita, we can see you already. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Satanic people cannot use my name. My name is Injection.
No, they feel use that. They don't use mommy diaspora and they come here, or they don't use black pata they come here. Anybody?
My full mama, they don't fear.
Not see what they pass through this morning.
Oh my goodness. It is well. Good evening. Sir.
Good evening, Madam Rita. Thank you very much. We'll come to you, but let's quickly move back to Edo State.
Okay, because I like to make my vote of thanks and my own speech before I talk of the topic of today. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll come to you. Let's quickly go back to Edo State because the missing of Governor Obaseki at the inauguration of the former governor. Sorry, Omuna Noves. The missing of the former governor Obaseki, Obaseki. At least as long as I added that former of the inauguration of the executive governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo. I think there's some discussion here by laborers. Let's listen to it quickly.
Godwin Obaseki was missing at the inauguration ceremony for Monday Okpebholo on Tuesday. The outgoing Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, had confirmed his readiness to hand over office to the newly elected governor and his deputy, Dennis Idahosa, regardless of the absence of Godwin Obaseki. Shaibu's statement follows reports and rumors suggesting that Governor Obaseki may not be in the state for the transition process. Over the weekend, Governor Obaseki had claimed that he was not invited to the inauguration of the government to which he would hand over. Joining us to discuss this recent development is legal practitioner Liberos Oshiomhole, and he's also a political affairs analyst. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Now, how significant is this peculiar change of government in Edo State, where the former governor, Godwin Obaseki, was absent because, according to him, he was not invited? Could any legal case arise due to this?
Nothing. It's not significant. It's just ceremonial. The tenure of the former governor has ended. Once his tenure ends, it is not even him that swears in a new governor. It is the chief judge of the state that swears in the new governor. This handing over ceremony is just a ceremonial thing. So really, there is no significance. There is nothing significant about his absence. But for me, it is childish. And it is very pedestrian. For no matter the political difference, we saw Goodluck Jonathan handing over to President Buhari. And so for Governor Obaseki to sit down in Lagos and claim that he was not invited in a government that he's outgoing, for me, is very pedestrian and very childish. But to answer your question directly, there's nothing significant in handing over. It's just a ceremony. Once the new governor takes oath of office, that's what the law demands. And then his tenure ends on the eve of the tenure ends immediately a new governor is sworn in. So there is basically nothing, so for the new governor, the clock starts to tick now. So until today is the 12th of November for another 4 years. So on the 12th of November in another 4 years' time, that's 2028. If he wins re-election, otherwise his tenure would have also lapsed. So that's just it.
I'll borrow your word. You said the governor's tenure, his clock has started ticking. Now he has been sworn in as governor of Edo State. What challenges does he face as the new governor? What do the people expect from him?
Yeah, first and foremost, I am not a believer in fine speeches of incoming administration, especially campaigns and inauguration speeches. We've seen presidents in this country, governors, reel out fantastic speech, and at the end of the day, there's nothing. At the end of their tenure, there's really basically half or nothing to show. So I'm not carried away by those fine lines, but like he had expressed, there's enormous, tax ahead of him. The roads in Edo State are deplorable. Despite the Edo Best program of Godwin Obaseki, the schools are dilapidated. So Obaseki has done his own. He has tried to the best of his ability. He has left the stage. How well is remembered will be dependent and determined by this administration. If the administration drops the ball beyond what Obaseki, as bad as it was, left it, then this administration, will be remembered in ignominy, and then people begin to compare the bad days of Obaseki and say, oh, it is better. So I would expect that, this administration will hit the ground running. They've started making appointments already. Alangi has appointed the Attorney General and some principal, cabinet members. So this is not the time for celebration. This is not the time for parties. This is not the time for swearing in balls. This is the time to really roll up the sleeves. He asked for the job. This is the time to roll up the sleeve and set to work. Every area, insecurity, he talked about insecurity, is high. Cultism is very high in Edo State. And with insecurity, people can't go to farm. And if they can't go to farm, there will be no food sufficiency. Unemployment also is very, very, very high. So these are challenges confronting him. How he's able to bring back those glorious days of Bender State when you had industries, the Abrusali days, when you had the likes of Bender Breweries, Ewu Flour Mill, Bender Cement and all of those things. How they're able to bring them back is up to them. So this is not a time for politicking. And also, it shouldn't be a time for them to consistently look back and compare themselves with the administration of Obaseki. Obaseki has done his own, and it's gone for good. So whatever to remember for, it's not how well they talk about Obaseki, but how well he's able to put his action to work.
Well then, the next 4 years.
All right. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that's Liberals Oshiomhole, legal practitioner. Speaking about the inauguration that happened today, the former governor of Edo State, Governor Obaseki, was missing at the inauguration of Governor Monday, Senator Okpebolo. Yes, let's talk about this. We have Madam Rita on the show. Madam Rita, it's good to have you on the show. Talk to us. Good evening to you, man.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening, Mr. Chris, my lovely mommy diaspora. I love you very much, more than anybody here. Today is a blessed day, and today is a great day. Inauguration went well. I guess it went well. I would say it went well because we didn't hear anybody was fighting or nobody was died. There was no ruckus of any kind. So I would say it went well. In fact, there's no reason why it shouldn't go well. When you have people who are normal, there's no reason why it shouldn't go well. But however, I'd like to say something. Mr. Elvis, thank you. Thank you so much. For the past 8 years of Governor Obaseki's administration, you have been on the front line. You have been in the front line. Your team has been in the front line as well. I appreciate you and I thank you. I say it again, Mr. Elvis, I thank you. I thank you for your patience from me, patience for those people who want to criticize. You were not gagging anybody. We had our arguments. We had our perspective. Many of us were inspired. Many of us were educated. Many of us have now understood what true governance is. Some people are still standing in the fence. Some people are seen on the left wing. However, we still have hope because in the end, what we seek for, well, what I seek for, I can't speak for anybody. What I seek for is a better Edo State. What I seek for is a better land for our future generations. What I seek for is inspiration to many Edo people who do not have the opportunity to be where we are. They don't have access to the things that we have access to. That is what I speak for. I speak for true governance, period, without sentiments, without idolizing, without favoritism, without hatred or whatever. However, everything that I do or say, I know I'm only answerable to one person, the Almighty God. Any other opinion of any other person, it doesn't really matter to me. That's just, really, I'm being honest with you all. Your opinion, whether it's good or bad about me, it doesn't really matter. What I stand for is what I stand for. In the process of what I'm delivering, what I feel that, okay, these people should learn this. Perhaps, maybe my delivery might sound harsh. Perhaps my delivery might be misconstrued. My delivery might be misunderstood. My delivery might also be a learning curve for people, right? So that's why we say nobody's 100%. I would like to thank Mommy Diaspora as well. She has stood, she has encouraged, she has loved, and has prayed. What a wonderful woman to be inspired by. I'm inspired by Mommy Diaspora. I am, and that's why I always say I love her. I'm not just saying it because I'm looking for somebody to love me. I don't have any love issues or daddy issues, or I'm seeking validation from anybody. I'm sure some of you by now must have studied me, but I see someone like Mommy Diaspora bringing people together, being patient with people. And I think Mr. Elvis learned that from Mommy Diaspora. Patience, resilience. It's very hard. That's why I keep telling Mr. Elvis, I cannot do what you do. Because for me, I don't have patience for people who just wants to be difficult. I don't have patience for people who just want to be stupendous. I don't have patience for people who just feel that it is their way or the highway. I don't. But Mr. Elvis, God has gifted you. I've told you, you are a priest of truth. And I love Mommy Diaspora for it. And that's why when I say I love her from the most secret place of my heart. I love Mommy Diaspora. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed to express my feelings. I'm just that type of woman. Sorry, I'm not even apologetic about it. So I just want to thank you again, Mr. Elvis. And I want to thank all the haters. You know what? Many people have called me haters. Hater of Mr. Governor Obaseki. You know what? I would like to claim that name. Do you know why? Because I am a hater of scam. I am a hater of pretentious people. I am a hater of people who want to take advantage of gullible people. I'm a hater of people who pretend to wear the face of a human being, but in actual fact, they're actually foxes. F-O-X. In case when people don't, maybe they're thinking something else. F-O-X. I am a hater of bad governance. So I am wearing the crown proudly of being a hater. If you want to call me hater of Obaseki, I take it. I'm very thick-skinned. I have been disrespected. I have been abused. I have been called several names. If people are calling you name and abusing for criticizing somebody who ought to do the right thing, it is a pass mark. It is a pass mark, my people. It is a pass mark. Wear the crown proudly. Take it on. Take it on. People criticize Jesus Christ. People criticize St. Peter. People criticize people in this world that we see truth. People criticize Fela and Nicola Kpokuti. People criticized him. People even criticized Mr. Elvis. That is being partial. People criticized me. Wear the garment proudly. Wear that garment. Because if you want to take off that garment, then it means that you are being controlled by the oppressors or the supporters of the oppressor. So stand your ground, 10 toes down. Do not move. As long as you are saying the truth. Because if you know you're not saying the truth, get out of the kitchen. Just get out of the kitchen. Because you know what? You will fall and you will break. Because if the oppressors, they know that you are not truthful, they can break you. So please, I urge everybody, I urge everybody, and I'm also listening to myself. If you know that you are standing for the truth, if you know that you are criticizing what you are seeing, if you know that you want to educate people, not whether they're your friend, your brother, your sister, your uncle, or somebody that you love, especially people in elected positions, especially people in elected positions. Please keep criticizing. Keep doing it. If they call you hater, wear the crown proudly. Tell them without said it, wear the crown proudly. And I want to say, I am very happy. Yes, Mr. Elvis and the whole world listening to me. I am happy the Gestapo emperor-like administration of Governor Obaseki is over in Edo State. I am delighted. If there's another nice word that I could have used at this moment in time, but I am delighted. I have a sigh of relief that the Gestapo wicked, intimidating administration of Governor Obaseki is over. I'm delighted. I am delighted because you know what? Edo people, they deserve somebody better than Governor Obaseki. Yes, they deserve it. So if this person has gone now, that is okay. You see what Lebron Oshoma is saying about him being childish? Something came to my mind when he was saying that, he said he wasn't even invited. Do you know what I was saying? I think, Mr. Chris, with respect to you, you said this is an emotional thief. Somebody who is living a state you have ruled for 8 years, you are still fanning the embers of division, inciting hatred, inciting division by making those statements like wasn't invited. Many of you, I'm not a psychologist, but there are certain things that you can see clearly as the blue sky, that this person is a pretentious person. Few days ago, before I was not invited speech, what did he say? Was it not in the church? Because they know that there's no Amadioha that will strike them if they are lying, if they are pretending. So the church has been bastardized. The Holy Bible has been disrespected. So that's why they can swear with the Holy Bible, with the Constitution, and then they do opposites. Yes, he was in church. Governor Obaseki was saying something. Perhaps, maybe at that moment, he was inspired by the grace of the Holy Spirit that there is a God and there is a time after this governance. Maybe at that point in time. Yes?
Sorry, even the Amanda ourselves, they never see who there for one chance.
Oh God, we'll fly. This is the country you want to talk.
I beg, I'm just here. I beg. You're right, he's right. But I just said so because perhaps maybe at that point in time, he suddenly got some sort of inspiration. He's a human being. Yes, that, oh my goodness, I think, you know what, all this bickering back and forth, perhaps we should all live in harmony and move on. That was part of his speech of coming together. This is somebody that said, Nigeria, we born. Not even Edo State, we born. The entire Nigeria, 36 states plus Abuja, we born. Because if they don't release your boys. Weapons of mass destruction. He said, entire nation, 36 states we born. Is a do or that. Those kinds of inciting statements. Now, quarter to leave. These are the things you now see. It's like a demon went, another demon entered again. You now start using. See, I kid you not. Politics is psychological. You need to know the psyche of people for you to win election or win a gullible society like Nigeria. Governor Obaseki has mastered that. He used that for 2020. In fact, Governor Oshiomhole used that psyche to bring in Obaseki. Force them down their throats. Governor Obaseki learned. In fact, he was a master of it. But many Edo people didn't know. 2020, he used that sentiment. Down across the line, the same people, the same character that he accused. I am trying to say these things so that people will know where I'm coming from. If you don't understand, that is really not my problem. That's just how I rose, not my problem. But it's the same psyche used in 2020 and said they want to intimidate me because I'm not sharing money. Till today, I am yet to see the people he has said They were asking for money. They interviewed Adam Oshiomhole. Adam Oshiomhole said, we're not fighting for money. What were they fighting for? I think it was just some personal vendetta, family quarrel that they usually have, these politicians. And then they now understood the psychology of people. Let us psych them. That's what they do in the whole of the nation now. They'll bring big brother to distract the youth of Nigeria. They'll bring insurgency to distract people so they can live there and they take the natural resource. It's psychological. That is what, listen. In fact, I don't want to really go deeper on this thing, but I kid you not. What happened right there was a last statement, inciting statement of division. You created bitterness in the state. You are living, instead of even bringing peace, to tell your followers, you know what? Even if you felt that you were cheated, hello, there's a court. You talk about rule of law, which you do not even obey, but there's a court system. Hello? You don't even tell your people, as you are living, you leave them with peace. But you left them with statements that can bring division. It's like pouring iodine into a clean water. Those of you who are scientists, what happens? That iodine, the blue color, it starts to spread slowly. That is what he did for the past 8 years. And then you are living, you still leave something again. It just, listen, I don't know, maybe it hurts me. And this is the thing that I keep preaching. The division among Edo people, it should stop. Many of us who have been in Edo State, Mr. Elvis, you come from a political family. You have seen politics come out, governors come out. After the election, do you see people hate each other like this? Lucky Gwinejo did this, Oyeko did this, even Osarima Osumbo, even when Adam Oshiomhole came. Do you see the state divided like this? What we saw during Adam Oshiomhole was opposition doing what they ought to do, Danobi. Day in, day out, Danobi was criticizing Adam Oshiomhole's administration. That is what opposition did. But what happened in those states? People were neither opposing or people that were supporting or some were just keeping quiet. They didn't say anything because the people's minds have been poisoned. The people do not love themselves anymore. That's the most painful part for me. Edo State is not the way it is. And it's going to be very difficult to bring people together to realize that the elements like Obaseki and Co, they are just there for themselves. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the state. They don't even give a rat's behind it. But look at all of them like monkeys, just like what that House of Rep said. That's how they look at Edo people. I've never for once seen government. Please, somebody should show me the video or correct me, because I'm here for correction. See, Governor Obaseki has gone to the streets when he was already governor, not before, not a campaign, no. When he was governor, go to the market, go to the streets. I didn't see that. I didn't see it. It was a presidential election. We saw him. It was that was even a muddy place trying to convince people. It was even too embarrassing to even look at. I was even embarrassed for him. Can he go to the market the way Adam Oshiomhole will go to the market and women are hugging him and dragging him? Can he go to Eastern Central and they'll be hugging him and dragging? Can he go to Edo North and they'll be hailing him? Can he do that? He left with shame, big shame, and it's very disappointing tomorrow because they always use tribe. Our Nigerian people always want to use tribe. Tomorrow, people from North and Central say, "Is it not your brother that was there for 8 years?" That's what they will say. That's what they will say. It's not your brother from the South. You see, those kinds of things that umbilical cord should be cut off from our train of thought, how we think, because our psyche is messed up. That is what hurts me. It is going to be very difficult to bring everybody in Edo State so we can have one voice, even if we differ in our ideology. But the way we talk about political issues and development, if I say the standard of this school is not worthy of what you are getting from Subeb, what you're getting from FAC and all that, it is the standard of the quality of this school is poor. If you're on the other side, if you're on the side of like Mondo Pueblo, if you're on the side of Mondo Pueblo, right, and I criticize that, instead of me to look at it and say, you know what, yes, it's on my side though, but you know what, this standard is not good. He can do better. Not coming here to tell intelligent Edo people or people like me, and you tell me that he did well, he's the best of us. You are a disgrace to your generation. In fact, if you went to school at all, your parents wasted their money. It's probably have given to one child, frying corn, that is inspired and know what to do to inspire other people who went through the same condition he went through. They'll come and in this day and age, they'll say fiber optics what? Technology what? Can they compete with Silicon Valley? If we're talking about standard now, can they compete with Silicon Valley in the US? If they bring a child from China, in fact, China is too far. If they bring a child from South Africa right now and bring it to even that technical college, when I go to Nigeria, I pray I'll be able to go to that technical college. Let me see what is there that they're making noise about everywhere. Instead of you on the other side, or you're on the side of the person that you idolize, you look at what I'm saying. We talked about Biscuit Road here. Someone saying, oh, he did the road. He did the road. What is the quality of the I will come out and say the quality of this road is not good. We have seen other states. We have seen, in fact, those of you who live in diaspora, if you have seen road construction, when you say this is not done well now, because you idolize these politicians, you do not call me a hater. You will not call me that you don't know anything. Someone insulting their father and their mother. I just laugh and I just look and I laugh because you are light years behind. Very, very far. Upgrade yourself. Upgrade your standard. Edo people, upgrade your standard of what governance is. Because at the end of the day, it's not about you and me. I keep saying, it's not Arsenal or Chelsea game. It's Edo State. That's where human beings are staying. That's where human beings are staying. If God has bestowed upon you the opportunity to live in diaspora and you have access to all these things, your children have access to everything, you are okay. At least give people chance. Let the standard that you are seeing, let it mirror itself. Let it mirror itself to even if it's not 100%, at least let it be 85%. To say, okay, don't come and blow some trumpets, what a local government chairman will do and the governor did for 8 years, and you are clapping me for it. Are you okay? I don't want to be disrespectful, Mr. Elvis. I really don't. But I just want to say, thank you, Elvis. And God bless you, Mr. Elvis. And Mommy Diaspora, I love you so much. In fact, there was a time that I even quarreled. I won't even call it a quarrel. There was a spat between some of us in the chat room. And, it was really big. And Mommy Diaspora settled everything. I will even call his name is my brother, Clarence Bell. But today, me and Clarence Bell, we're on the same page. And I call him my senior brother. Yeah. Because you had someone like Mommy Jasper to make us, to bring that light to say, you know what? It's not personal. If this girl is criticizing this and you love this person so much that whatever reason or you think he's doing something right, it's not about quarrel. It's not about name calling. It's about protecting for the main thing. At least to its center. I gave an example. If a governor that you love is building a school or a road, and somebody like me that is criticizing, that is thinking outside the box, is saying, listen, this road is Biscuit Road, though. Don't argue and tell me that I don't know what I'm saying, or I'm lying, or I'm criticizing because I hate. That style of criticism is bad. In fact, Mr. Elvis, I will thank you again, because in this city, it is in this show, this channel, that many people were educated to know the difference between hatred and criticism. Now they say criticize constructively. They have now understood because they didn't know it before. They didn't know it initially. Many people did not know it initially. The difference. Mr. Elvis, thank you very much again. Thank you very, very, very much. And if people are thinking that this administration is over, we don't talk about it. It's like I said, some people really need to change your standard. We still talk about Buhari. We still talk about Babangida today. It's not that we're talking about Gowon. It's not that we're talking about which governor Peter Obi. Today, Peter Obi's governors, they still talk about it. So please, if those of you who have idolized Governor Obaseki think that me with others will not talk, I will still talk. Oh, this is what they do in mathematics ratio. Whatever this Governor Okpebolo does right now, we will ratio it to what Governor Obaseki did. We will also ratio it to what Governor Oshiomhole did. Up to Igbinejo, if possible, Ambrose Ali, we will ratio everything. They say government is a continuum. It's continuous. Government is an elephant. So if your mindset, if your understanding of politics and governance means that if one leaves, you don't talk about it, you close the door, you shut the door and throw the key in the Atlantic. Hello, I'm here to educate you. It's a continuum. Government is a continuum. Whatever Okpebolo has to present, if he knows that he wants to, if Monday Okpebolo's administration has sense, in fact, I want to respect them now. If Monday Okpebolo's administration really wants to prove a point, to teach people what governance is, to teach the critics that says that I am iron bender, I don't know anything, to teach the critics that, listen, it is not barrel government. Go and start learning, because me, I'm coming fierely. I am coming. Go and learn from Alekoti. Go and learn from the governors that are doing stuff, and go and learn from people. Look for people that will tell you the truth. Governor Okpebolo. If I'm not pronouncing it well, I'm sorry. Please go and look for the people that will tell you listen, you will have sycophants around you for sure, because it's all about them. However, also have people who are on ground that will tell you what it is. A king needs to have a relationship with his servant, because the servant knows what really happened in the palace that the king does not know. So, Monday Okpebolo, I'm sure you understand that parable I told you. Start doing well, because this channel government is a continuum. Adams Oshiomhole, Governor Obaseki, Oyegu, up to even Ambrosali, we will ratio all of them. I will ratio, I'm talking about myself now. I will ratio all of them continuously. For those who think that, what is she going to say? But continuously, it's not ending. I am passionate because I love Edo State. I am a Benin woman. I'm proud of it. Not proud by character, but proud of my heritage and where I come from. So it is, I have the authority, because truth is authority. I have the authority to speak and to criticize anybody who is under any constituted authority upholding the coffers of Edo State, and I'll sit down and keep quiet, and some will say, come to Nigeria now. What betides you, Mr. Elvis? I'm sorry, because some of them, because I already know what they're thinking. I'm coming to, some of you have not been to Nigeria in 50 years. People like me are talking and telling you this was happening. You say, go to Nigeria now, you live abroad now. Yes, I live abroad, but listen, Nigeria, Edo State is my heart. Mr. Elvis live abroad, grew up in abroad, but he's in Nigeria. Hello? You see, some people, it's not just standard. Some people's sense of reasoning is obtuse. It's just completely up. We need to bring it back again into alignment with love, of course. With love. Bring it back to alignment. Understand this is what it is. It's not a personal vendetta. And Nigeria issues, you cannot treat it with kid gloves. Because many Nigerians, in fact, Nigeria is already spoiled. The psyche is messed up. So you cannot deal with it with kid gloves. And that's why I talk the way I talk. Because that is when people listen and have sense. Raise your standard of what governance is, my people. Raise your standard. Red roof, Biscuit Road is not all about governance. That is not what governance is really all about. And lastly, Mr. Elvis, I've said it in the show when you were not here. When I say a government is a failure, I repeat, when I say a government is a failure, it means that if your governance, if your administration did not affect the lowest strata of the society, you haven't done nothing. And that's why I give Governor Obaseki less than 0. How many people can enter Secretariat? How many people can enter Technical College? The roads that leads to the market woman that is walking, the road that leads there, is that road, is everybody passes there, both rich and poor. If it's not motorable to the lowest in society or to the person who is disabled, who is physically challenged, you haven't done nothing, man. You haven't done nothing. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I'm here. Government is a continuum.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Rita. That was a long submission. And in fact, I enjoyed the expression. Thank you very much. God bless you, man. Thank you. Oga Chris, if you are there, let's take on the rest people on the panel. Oga F. Emmanuel, I'm not sure you have given a submission.
My brother, sorry, I had a meeting that just crept in urgently.
All right, thank you very much, sir. It's good to have you back again after a long time. In fact, I actually find you on that particular broadcast. I said you will buy me the kind drink where the kind drink where we they drink.
40 years wine, Abi.
For your absence for a long time you abandon us for street.
40 years whiskey. Now 40 years
Okay, now
whiskey.
40 years whiskey.
I'll make it 50 years whiskey for you.
I do believe you, Baba. I do believe you.
Thank you.
You know, I'll make it 50 years whiskey so that you can live longer.
Well, thank you, Mr. Nanjawat. Yeah, and thank you so much for just, well, I know you are very emotionally sensitive, and for allowing Madam Rita to just kind of express herself continuously. And the way she ended actually acts my inspiration further. For those of you that are talking about that Benin Technical College, it's actually ought to be a shame. The question you should be asking yourself, Edo State is 5.5 million people. How many of such technical colleges do you have? Just one. Just one after 8 years. Not be saying build that kind of thing for all the local government or even the 3 senatorial districts. Come on, guys. You have to up your standard. F. Emmanuel, it's good to have you on the broadcast. And remember, you've made a promise of 50-year-old wine, and we'll be waiting for that. But first of all, talk to us. It's good to have you on the show. Thank you, sir.
All right. Domo, sir. According to Chris Dublin, let me adopt your modus operandi.
Fire on, my brother. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. Once again, Miss Service, thank you for the opportunity again. And for the Odo people, first of all, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for the new sheriff in town, you know. So congratulations. Governance must continue. They say soldier go, soldier come. So you guys have new soldier now on ground. So congratulations. Then Mommy Diaspora, I greet you, ma. Good evening, ma. My big sister Reed, you really spoken part of what I have in mind. Good job. I hail you. I know we won't lack our black soup as usual because I trust you. And for those who are other people in panels, I also greet you for being part and parcel of this fight. We will keep talking, we will keep encouraging, and we will keep criticizing constructively, not to abuse anyone or insult anyone. Yeah, anyway, going back to Edo, that is our major discourse for today, inauguration, you know, of Monday Pogolo. Well, I somehow, you know, heard what he said from, I think from channels today. It kind of just a little flash. Key word that he mentioned, he called, in his speech, he said, my brother, that is, he was talking about, talking to Vice President Kashim. Say, my brother, that we used to drink Fura de Nono together. And he talked about, he also talked about that Abdullah Ganduje, say the man who has formula to win election. Really? Just to say, he has formula to rig election, not to win election. Ganduje is not a dumb man, so how will he say he has formula to win election? Anyway, that's by the way. Well, I want to say something that baffles me in our African democracy, the way we run it. The crowd I saw in that stadium, does it really mean that these are people that voted Monday Kpobolo? Does it really mean that? I don't think so. The crowd was so much, you know. So we people of Africa, we have a way of accepting every Dick and Harry. We have a way of just playing along, you know, just, you know, you are so gullible. Anything that comes, okay, we react in 1 minute, in next minute we are following what we reacted before against. So I don't understand, you know. Well, what do we say? That has been our culture democratically, you know. So that's by the way. So right now I want to speak to the new sheriff in town himself. The truth is, power is the sweet. Power is very, very important. It is not just having the power that is the issue now. It is what you do with the power that matters. If you have the power and you're not able to utilize it for the good of the people, then it's as good as not having it at all. So, Ogamo de Paulo, His Excellency, sir, I want you to pay attention, because since Obaseki has been on power, the feedback people have heard or have received so far is like 90% of the feedback I'm getting from Edo State, 90% are not palatable feedbacks. And you got to fix it, because he wasn't with the people. He was a governor that was on his own lane. I call it Lone Ranger governor. And governance is all about the people. So if you don't come close to the people, you wouldn't know what they need. You can't assume that this is what they want. You need to ask them. You need to relate with them. You need to know what their pain are, what their pains are, But your predecessor didn't do that. So you have a lot of cleanup to do in Edo State. You have a lot of things to fix in Edo State. Edo people are intellectuals, are people that are well read. They are not just Bamia Allah. So you got to be on top of your game. That is number one. Then number two, the perception that people have about you is also another thing you need to work on. You need to prove Edo people wrong. You need to prove all the people that say, this guy cannot do anything. Hey, he doesn't know he doesn't want to face media. He doesn't want to do A, B, C, and that. The time has come for you to prove those people wrong by delivering good governance to the people. Don't allow the cabals that have worked to bring you in. I know their hands will always be there somehow, but you have to assert yourself as the executive governor of Edo State. Otherwise, you see what is happening in my state, River State? Fubara was like he wasn't able to talk when UK was there, but today the story is different. So please, for the fact that A, B, C, D has helped you to emerge does not mean that you cannot assert yourself and do what is supposed to be done for the people. That's why you are there, because there's a lot of cleanup you need to do. Therefore, Obaseki, well, that's what they say, finish well, finishing well, and exiting well. As long as I'm concerned, this guy didn't exit well. Let me put it that way. He has violated the democratic modus operandi that brought him into power. What do I mean by that? The process, the real thing that you're supposed to do to hand over, at least, if there is anything he will be remembered for, at least Obaseki handed over, but he doesn't want to do that. That is a violation of the democratic process, and it's against the constitution. If tomorrow now, God forbid, what the people want to be mischievous and write some things and do some things and say, okay, this guy didn't hand over to me. These are the things I met in the office, even the things he did and the one he didn't do. What will be your defense, Mr. Obaseki? You won't have any defense. So what your exit wasn't a good exit, as long as I'm concerned. So that's not a job well done. It's a bad image is a big dent to yourself and to the people of Edo State. You didn't even respect at least the sanctity of that office. Even if you don't want to respect yourself, at least respect the office that has kept you for 8 good years. To say, okay, now I'm leaving. And it's still your responsibility to put everything together to hand over peacefully. But that was not done. It wasn't a good thing. So that is the kind of democracy we see. People do anything and to get away with it. So Monday Kowolo, it's up to you. If you want to probe him, the ball is in your court. But please, my most important thing is for you to put Edo people first, above your interests. Bring about dividends of democracy. All those mess that have been messed, all those biscuit road that people have been shouting about, please fix them. Fix them. Create a good name for yourself. Whether the manner in which you came in is by crook or by whatever, by election, whatever it is, now you are there. Fix it. And see how the universe will even align for you, even for another 4 years again. So government is continuous. So you need to try it, do all your best, and see we are here to support you. If you do otherwise, we have our weapon of warfare. We all have our weapon of warfare. Our weapon of warfare is our mouth. It's this platform. And we will descend on you heavily without mercy. So now we are encouraging you so that you can do good for the people of the state. So congratulations once again. I wish you well. Mr. Evis, I rest my case for now. You will see your 50-year wine very soon.
Yeah, thank you so much, F. Emmanuel. We'll be waiting for that 50-year-old wine. Your submission. Yeah, I think we had it. Okay, may not escape. Peter again. So your submission completely be like saying, okay, you've been here from the beginning. I think it's basically the same thing everybody has been saying. I hear when Mr. Ivis they talk saying, oh, but this man that just came in, Okpewolo, should disgrace the government that handed over to him, and also disgrace the godfathers. At least we don't get governors since 1999. Make it disgrace Igbinedion, disgrace Osumbo, disgrace Oshiomhole, disgrace Obaseki that's just finished. The truth is that they can do it. Ebonyi State, Ebonyi. The reason I keep using Ebonyi from the southeast, now Ebonyi be the poorest state from the southeast. And waiting will they get, it be like waiting Ebonyi waiting will they get now like ×5 of waiting Ebonyi they get. 5. But this one a man we build teaching hospital from scratch to the end. He not stop there. Flyovers when just start, about 30 of them. Completed almost all. One man for 8 years. The schools, may we not even talk about the schools at all. May we not talk about the Abakaliki shopping mall. No, this one they talk, say, we say they call that this thing, ShopRite. We will not talk about the shopping mall. And in all this, he not put the state for into any unnecessary debt. He not borrow any money unnecessarily. So those are the things we are saying. If you they listen, everybody they tell you the same thing. Prove the people wrong. Prove the people the names that they don't call you during the campaign. You even know. You know what they have called you. You try to defend some. You see them now. You see them by yourself. You watch all of them for social media. To the extent your 2 daughters, they vow that wherever they are, they will come and join you on that campaign. where they even laugh you, say, nah, so you don't get this one, you don't get this one. You do that, I say, they will put up a show. And they actually came. So all you just need to do, I don't know how to say this. See Enugu, the governor of Enugu, I know so your people, they listen. The governor of Enugu, it is clear in our courts. Now, force and then PDP, I don't know how they even do the thing. Make sure say the man did there. To the extent court say he NYC certificate now. NYC say the certificate where the man bring, not be the issue am. But court say na them issue am. That was how bad Enugu State was. The people that issued the certificate say, no, this is not from them. But court say, may they not talk him again. And court even give judgment, say nobody go carry the man, go court again. He was rigged to power. The point I'm making, now as the man dey power, now wetin that man don't do for 1 year, nobody they talk about the election again. Nobody. Even if the case they court, now who go even listen? Enugu State now, where they don't they use bus, they carry children from house, go school. Everybody is signing out of private school. Even just yesterday, Abia governor, see about 1 year, just announced, say, every public school now free. So no excuse to see any children, they hawk, they go for streets. So, Pevolo, these are the things you can do. I know you can do them. Because the funds are there. Now, just that mindset, when I don't want to work, that mindset, you people don't want to use it to work. Because if you truly ask yourself, the money where they just they call this billion and billion and billion and billion and billion. They use and do all these things that they talk about now. The same, what they call on that Ebonyi State man, 40 standard health centers now he build across the state. He don't talk whether if he don't come out now legacy. No, people they see the legacy there with their eyes. The kind of legacy where Obaseki they talk now, the kind of legacy will happen for Buhari and the Tinubu so. With the hope say if Okpebolo don't feel do well, then people will come begin they wish say I wish say now Obaseki now like the way they do with the touts with Agberu people. Because now that's the only reason people are praising Tinubu today, Buhari, because Tinubu has taken the bar so low and disgracefully. I don't know, Okpebolo, it's not the time where your people go to attack everybody. Because that's what Obaseki people do. I'm attack. Now, the Oga don't carry it back, go Lagos, leave them for Benin. He and the contractors and the friends where he bring come. All of them, boom, to Lagos. So, Pevolo, you will know now that they call Obaseki name. Now, Obaseki tenure don't finish. They call his name, they call his name. Now, so your own go still be. And make I still use this opportunity, tell people, the advisors where I know they pay, where the advice say Obaseki tenure don't finish, may we focus for future. Thank you. You focus for your future. I beg. You focus for your future. And as we talk about the future, F. Emmanuel, the 50 years old wine, you know, finally buy F. Emmanuel. F. Emmanuel for governor. See, it can be we feel they laugh.
No,
but this
for senator, may go take the position of Modo. You know, say that seat is vacant now.
It is vacant.
No,
okay.
I know they do now. I know they do now. I believe us.
Now we can go collect.
The thing, assuming politicians they even do this one. Now this is it. Just imagine when they say me I share money, I not share. The whole Edo, like people from diaspora, they send money to elect you for the second term. All the people, everybody supports you. Niger Watch, everybody, they support you. But for me, I don't support you. I don't feel talk lie. Because I never trusted the process that you came in from the first time. I just look at I didn't trust you. Although the work what you do for the first time, okay, neither here nor there. But the second time was complete failure. Now so, You talk, say, now, money where you want to work for the people, they say, may you bring and may you share. Okay, you drive all the Godfathers, come on. Everybody applaud you. They don't like carried you. When they disqualify you, people even advise you, go to another party who will vote for you. Assuming you don't even go the PDP itself, you go any other party, the way they don't like they support Obaseki, if you win that battle easily. But then you come now, what you say you want to do, you not do. F. Emmanuel here talk, say, they tell F. Emmanuel 40 years old one, he's saying 50 years old. See the 50 years old now. Huh? Now so even talking of that Senate, so you see, people forget, say this Okpewolo so. Now Obaseki create Okpewolo. Now he creates this Okpewolo. Because Okpewolo was not even, not even near people where they go Senate. In Edo Central, Edo Central now, their senatorial position, if you go to tenure, you go commot. All there was there, all their tenure don't complete. The PDP is supposed to bring another person. But the same Obaseki said no. He supported all there for third term. Now the people for there say no, this thing never happened before. Now two terms, everybody they go. Supported all there. Now waiting make the people say, okay, since you support all there, we go vote Okpewolo. That was it. Because this one Edo Central where APC never win before. Never. Now some of them take go vote for Okpewolo. Indirectly, now he create Okpewolo so. Because if Okpewolo wasn't a senator, where for figure that clout? Now that same decision of not allowing the power to move the senatorial ticket to move to the right person. I don't want to make the Esan Central people vex come vote because now Okpewolo side, now the team for go. Technically, continue with Senator there. Not be so now. See the end. So Okpewolo, they talk now, they look everywhere. You go, well, I don't know as of course they go still say, I don't say your people, now I go come they talk, say now bribe. Now they bribe people for Nigeria Watch or whatever. It's easy for you people to say. Because if they clap for now, una go they praise the station. But if they talk against una, it go be problem. Like Madam Rita talk, now thick skin. Everybody need to develop a thick skin. The same thing when she will talk for an interview. So you cannot put yourself in the public and you don't go expect criticism. For example, I they come here, they talk every day for Nigeria Work. Then I go just be say anytime I talk, everybody will clap for me. No. If you clap for me, if everybody clap for me, I have to go and ask myself question. Once in a while, criticism go they come, which is very good. Even Nigeria Work, once you say,
na fake clap.
Yeah. Even Nigeria Watch, once in a while, people they criticize and which they get one speech when Nigeria Watch give here that is somebody still talk. I don't forget it the person dog, but I still criticism. Nigeria Watch still respond laughingly, just still laugh, respond to the person. It's feedback. It's called feedback. The interview people when they interview show they answer say, of course, when you go to public space, they don't feel criticize me. He even went ahead to talk about. I don't even know saying carry MFM go court. They don't go talk that one. Martin of Fire, he win for court like small Pekin.
No, na the man carry and go court.
Nah, sorry, the man carry and go court. He win the man for court like small Pekin. Then if you they talk to their men of God, don't say, may you not talk to their man of God. He carry Mountain of Fire, win them $7,000. It was a simple thing. The court has answered, are you not a public figure? Because I get to Google the case again. You are a public figure, you they preach, then you so many people not talk for your matter. Which kind of thing be that? At the end of nobody even here, they keep all those one quiet. Because they are businessmen. Okpewolo, the reason we are laying all this foundation, before you begin the talk, say Nigeria Watch is against you, the people here are against you, you better go listen to waiting people don't they talk for this channel long ago before you even dream say you want to enter governor. Now checkmating, they throw mouths go reach Sokoto governor, not to talk of the one way they right here in our palm. It's criticism. It's going to continue. It's never going to end. I beg. I know just take over the show. God wants to, sorry. I don't say when I still did there. Make everybody, may we
Let me
put smart.
quickly, let me thank you. Oga Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me appreciate Oga Frank Emmanuel, Oga F. God appreciate this. Why you give me this money? You say my table buy that 50 years wine. Drink alcohol and knife for real. It's life, you know. But don't worry. Rita and others. So now we give us a guy from Manuel and God. I go very, very grateful. Thank you. Oga Chris, I bet more minutes. Yes. You hear me? Can anybody hear me? I've been on my phone.
What is that? You are breaking.
I can hear you now.
Your network will break.
But you did break.
Oh, okay. We're gonna hold on. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, Nigeria.
We can hear you now.
Okay, good. Thank you. Wait till I talk before I go repeat time again. I say I thank my brother so much, Oga F. Emmanuel, for the wonderful support where you do for me now. Although you write and say me I take go buy that 50 years old wine. Because I know they drink. You know, whether I they drink, I forgo use and buy that 50 years old wine. Or whether I wine or how they say they call them whiskey. Not now wine or whiskey, I don't know.
I just want you to senior Wike. Wike did 40, you do 50.
Exactly. That mean they talk so say because say me no dey drink alcohol now. I don't know I want to senior Wike plus other people for this platform, people like Margarita and Black Panther. So I'll go use and take buy suya. I know say Margarita not go
You mean like me? I'll drink all.
Black Panther not go see for the
Well,
next
buy
7 years.
suya, Mr. Elvis. This suya goes sweet because the one we eat before your Malian here is not sweet at all. So the one everybody gave you, the suya will sweet way.
No, this one was sweet because Oga Emmanuel he don't put Wike for one corner. Now 40, that one they drink. This one at 50 for me.
Well, that one is gone. It's gone. 40-year-old whiskey is done.
The way you have honored me, same way God will send people to honor you, the mighty name of Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen.
A big amen. A big amen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And Oga Chris, I was saying earlier on when I don't hear me, I say make we round up in 30 minutes. More use 30 minutes to talk within ourselves here. More shuffle around, then more round up time. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Well, Ogana and Jawa say 30 minutes. What we go do be say before I continue, I beg me I read this one again from Mommy Diaspora. Thank you so much at Frank Emmanuel for this gift. May heaven increase your source of income and grant you all your heart desires with good health and long life in Jesus' mighty name. Amen and amen. And I add my own amen to it. It's just how it is. It will be like joke. This is just how it is. If governors then still they do it, then say make them do. Even if they are able to do just 30%, you go see the impact. Every governor they do 30%. You see the impact on the people. Just 30%. I don't know. Well, I'll come to everybody, Jerry. You carry Benin Technical College that has been there since God knows when. You renovate, fine, you renovate them. I'm not saying renovating it is bad, but I'm saying it doesn't deserve a trophy. Can't you guys get it? People when they talk, so you are not appreciative. You have done that, clap for. No. You have your own way of judging things. I have my own way. Maybe you pay my school fees. Okay? And if we are talking here, I'm not just talking like I keep saying, I'm not just talking to you. I have friends that are listening. And we all have standards. Please. I mean, we will continue. You know, do well. And my brother, when we come to you, Oga also, they always like, Oga also go say, you don't understand. Politicians, they frustrate Oga also talk to us. It's good to have you.
I swear,
We
Nigerian
are rounding
politicians,
up
they
now.
frustrate
Talk
you.
to us 3 to 4
Nigerian
minutes.
politicians, they frustrate you yourself, in short. Because seriously, everything they pay me, not be even the politician most to. Now, people where I think say that they always make me vex. You know the ones where they Europe like us, where we say they go even come outside sometimes. Oyibo go do them some kind of things where we say for Nigeria they go do them that kind of thing. Or now themselves go even do person that kind of thing. Because many of us for here may not deceive ourselves. We they obey all the road traffic. We not go even blow horn. But Nigeria not be able to say we blow horn, we'll pull hand for that horn for like 5 minutes safe. Just to misbehave. But if we come this kind of channel anywhere, or they come they talk like say we be human being, whereas we not be human being when we don't go out. Line where we go day, now there we go day. We enter bus, the chair not there we go stand. But if we dey Nigeria, chair not there, they complain, they shout. But we come here, they form like say we too good. And waiting we not go take for any white man for here. We they take them for Nigeria. They even they oppress all those people where we live for there, where we still go meet. But you dey praise all the whole Nigeria politician where they wicked and devilish. Wetin dey vex me pass. I think they frustrate my enemies, say not be me. How politician person will come and say they praise Wiki, where don't collect all the whole judge put for pocket. I never see case where Wiki carry go court where he win, where he lose. The person will think they tell me say Wiki na human being. How? Na politician, which kind of politician be that? Where you dey for here, that kind of thing happen. Where we dey for here, if person where they know say big pass yourself offend you, na problem for am. Na make some people where get money pass you, they dey careful to offend poor person. Like country where me I dey, if any company they find it difficult to give you life contract, but they give you life contract, you can do anything. You can even collect sick medication for 1 month, 2, 3 months. They're not go fit sack you. But Nigeria, just tell your company say you sick for 1 week, even 3 days. They don't sack you, but we'll see the praise of those people. Waiting not dey happen for where we do. But if we where they here go see the praise of those ones, they clap for them. Politician will come put people. You just go destroy people's house. You don't find any solution to them before you do it. You just take them like say there not be anything where don't happen, make they go happen. Okay, how wicked sell those people now? Then they be threats from the Abuja. Definitely all those 10,000 people, we are not money where they call them. Okay, all of them are be criminal. Then why you not lock them up? Why they not carry them go court, go try them? No, say yes. A criminal, I even make you go destroy their house. Because maybe I don't. Sometimes if I hear some people they talk, the thing I don't even understand whether now people will be say waiting. If you, I don't want to, in fact, it looks somehow seriously. Your picking day here, some of us they carry picking money where government they pay them for year where we deal. But Nigeria, they don't they pay them, they still they frustrate the children. You still they support these politicians there. Which politicians in Nigeria, that full Nigeria, where they care for any poor man children? All of them, their children, they better school. They destroy all the whole school. They will come here, they talk, say, I'm not just, sometimes I don't they understand. The thing is getting me confused many times. They will, they happy, they clap for them. It does not make sense. Because definitely, if many of us here, if they give us the opportunity, we'll go even worse past than the way we always talk. Because if not be say now waiting in your mind, you not go praise any of those politicians from A to Z when they do wrong. If they do any small right, okay, appreciate them. Not even appreciate. Don't talk say you do it because not be their money. No need to appreciate. They talk say yeah, you do this one right. Than everything. You want praise any of them. Some they do it because of their party. And if they come out, they not be talking. And what me I see for inside I the thing. Many of us, majority of us, it be like say that when we go Nigeria, people they say, bros, this one, they want praise you, they want lick your shoe, do everything. If they find one wash your motor for you, now be the problem. Now make some of us here not even want to make that country better pass today. So, or if not, I not see anybody where go they here. You go work safe if whether na your boss na be that or you never even care to know. If you greet and say if he won't answer you, not to talk or say for Nigeria, if you know like person like that wiki now, if you not greet and say if he sack you tomorrow morning. But for you, if you see your boss, you pass on that one na business. See they give all those people praises. They happy with them, they laugh with them. Which kind of laugh be that one? That will not be wickedness. What would they do? I don't even understand this kind of way we think they do for here. Everything people already here and then wicked pass so many of us. Many of us, but we can't dey pretend sometimes. Now that one might be my biggest problem. It does not normal. Condemn any of them. Tell them the truth, but no. Because the person like that week, mostly that week, waiting he do not so. And all those things, when we say they do not to develop that place, just because they want to give land to people where don't promise land, make them for stand for land. Like the one where do that, they build that, say one build that for judges, just collect people land. But they use and they build for judges. Then we see they praise that kind of person. That kind of person not reach to everybody go to condemn am for anything. Because me, I will probably say me, I not go even talk about that kind of one because you know, even Oshiomhole, we never even go anywhere. You don't carry Oshiomhole picking food, then what you can expect. Those are now the agreement where they start now. So nothing where you go feed do when it comes to Oshiomhole. Now papa be that. If case not taken, before you take any decision, say if Oshiomhole not turn am down like this, no go down. So all of them just be. Who's governor? Don't prove any other governor for that country. My state now where we dey talk say the man dey work. The ex-governor, who's I never see say EFCC don't invite am. Say now this man bring out all the whole document where they want to improve am because me know say yes, no be person wey do road. He never did do am finish water don carry am finish. but still yet they waka free. Nothing. I don't know whether I get the kind oath where they take. But I don't know that kind place where they take that oath. Where we say if they want enter office, they know they take that oath. Say if they don't do something for the big masses, make the thing worry them. But if they won't use that against their equivalent or their predecessor, the thing could worry them. I made them. I don't know. I wish
I
me
want to
I
round
consider
up.
check. Because the thing is, it's not. Oh, okay. This Jagaban wedding now, it
Oga,
bring Buhari
Oga, I want to round up.
round up,
You
round
enter
up now.
Jagaba.
Round up now. The Jagaban, it blame Buhari up and down, but it give appointment to some ministers who sit there under Buhari. Then he not probe Buhari, he not probe any minister under Buhari. Why did they deceive themselves? Because not be some of us now they deceive. Thank you, my God, please.
Thank you, sir. Oh God, that's it. Yes, sir. I just enjoy your submission. I dey laugh. I dey laugh. Only me one here. The frustration, these politicians, they don't frustrate you. Not be small. That's so all of us. That's what we say. That's what we say, my brother. Then we continue. You're not be from Ebonyi. You know Abia, Abi?
Yeah, from Abia State.
Yeah, I know it's in Abia. So I surprised shall we Oti not probe anything about that guy. At least, even if you not probe, maybe just see say okay. Because that guy finished Abia. In short, the three of them, the two urges before this guy, before Oti. It's okay. Let's continue. Thank you for that wonderful submission. That was really, really thought-provoking as usual. And let's just continue. F. Emmanuel, you are there. Open your microphone and give us your final thoughts on today's broadcast. F. Emmanuel.
Yeah, Domosa once again.
F. Emmanuel. Your time they count.
So the truth is that what I want to suggest right now.
Before you talk, sir, thank you once again, F. Emmanuel.
All thanks to God, my brother. All thanks to God, the giver of all good things. So we thank God for
Thank
ability
you.
to give
I
us.
add my voice to Chris. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you too for showing up here daily. It's not easy to be here. I know for a while I've not been in because of work schedule and all that. Well, it's okay. I want to suggest something very critical to us here, especially Mr. Elvis. I don't know if you can reach out to Mr. Alex in what is that his place in Edo, in Benin. Amagba. Please, thank you. Please, yes. I want to believe that this new government should be able to take in even people that are not naturally politicians, people that have something to bring to the system. So I don't know if there is a way you can talk to Alex to, whether he has a way to reach out to the governor or to people that know the governor, at least anyhow now, because this is an opportunity where people can be given appointment, and those things we are complaining about, you never can tell. You just get one slot and make him one commissioner or one thing, so that let's be part of the government, so that the rate of complaint too will also be reduced. Because if we are part and we test what is inside, we'll be able to tell, okay, oh, this is how this thing is. So I don't know, since Alex is on ground, if you can reach out to him, advise him as a brother, if you know who is who and who is he, we're not talking about by election now, it's by connection now. Okay, so okay, I want to be part of this guy government. I want to be part of this, part of that. You never can tell. And God being on his side, be picked up, then let's see what Alex can do. So that I was just thinking about it, during when I was looking at the inauguration. I was just thinking about, so this is an opportunity, for him to at least do one or two things for his people too. So all of us cannot be governors. All of us cannot be deputy governors. So the governor need people to put in his cabinet. So people like Alex, I think he's eligible, he's wide enough, he knows at least he'll be able to do something for the people, or at least the people of Omagba. So that is my last submission for today. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, thank you, my brother. Thank you for making it as short as possible. Yeah, well, that's a very brilliant suggestion, but somehow you know these people, like the way Okpe will take on the list of people we didn't get to appoint, and they go they fear to appoint somebody like Oga Les, but it's a very good suggestion. I think it's something that even ought to be pursued. You understand? It's good. So maybe we just continue. Now this one be the thing. If government mean well, now then go they look for people they go. They know the people that can do the job. See the Attorney General, Samson Osagi. I beg. Maybe we continue, Jerry. Madam Rita, if you are there, give us your
Please
final
complete. Please complete about something Osage because I was already trying to laugh. I'm like, why did you pause now, Mr.
No,
Chris?
Samson, just imagine. Samson Osage, who has been there, he was two-time House of Assemblyman, two-time House of
Was he
Rep.
not Speaker of House of Rep at one time, or minority leader or so?
No, he was minority. Apart from minority, he was very close to the leadership. He was all over the place. He was very close to the speaker then of the House of Rep. He was so close. He was all over the place every time. And the man came back, he became automatically irrelevant.
That's the Nigerian politics for you.
In every aspect. In every aspect.
Well, I guess they want to make him relevant now.
Yeah, including financially, because that's even my problem. Started selling properties left, right, and center.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he's my neighbor in GRA there now. I know these people, like, I don't know. You can see the drop, the immediate drop. Just like we were looking at Obaseki's presentation yesterday, you see the lack of self-confidence and you see somebody that is completely troubled. The same thing with this man, and at the end of the day, he's coming back to the States, and
Perhaps maybe it's a personal issue. You know, sometimes we as human beings, people go through things.
Madam Rita, we know these people well. We're not being online.
Okay, maybe you know them ahead, but you know what?
Online. They've been struggling to come to power since. They've done everything. They complain.
Politics in Nigeria is very sweet. You know why? Because nobody is inspired to go back to whatever business that they were doing, because we have a very porous system. Yeah. We have weak institutions. So people already know when you go into politics, it's like, okay, you're going to go and make money or, some sort. So that's why after you left that position, you seem irrelevant because people feel that, okay, you cannot bring in any income. You don't have any political relevance. So they dump you value. See, when I talk about this psyche of oh God, I say we don't spoil well for Nigeria. We don't spoil.
Against Obaseki then he was one of the very forefront runners that wanted Obaseki not to come again. He was everywhere and everything. He was championing most of those things.
No opposition, no nothing. I said real politics probably even ended in Adam Oshiomhole's times. Right now, is the policies of hatred at the detriment of the downtrodden.
I think I just believe that the hatred must have gone with Obaseki. And one good thing is that
amen.
Yeah, the man seems not to be vindictive like the rest of them. The campaign period can be very heightened with emotions and everything, but after the campaign, everybody just go back to their normal self. But our IPA never allowed that. Continued technocrats. Madam Rita, give us your final thoughts.
Wow. Anyway, my final thought is Oba Atokpe.
Yes,
our king, our gracious king said in 2020, think after your position, like look beyond your position. I think he repeated it twice or thrice. I can't remember. He repeated it 3 times.
Beyond your office, look beyond your tenure.
Look beyond your office. That is a very pregnant statement. Today
Madam
was
Richard,
yesterday
if
was
I'm even caught in, do you even know that nationally, not even in Edo State, some of the newspapers, national newspaper, they are replaying that thing that the Oba of Benin said.
okay.
Not even within Edo cyberspace. Not
As
at all.
giving girl that
There's
said,
even one.
you are.
Yeah, there's even one online forum. I can't even mention the name here. And they replayed, and people were like, wow, this kid must be a
Beyond,
spokesman.
beyond,
They
just
said,
beyond.
wow, that is why they
When they were
respect this
telling
Oba
him,
so much.
when our king was telling him, you see the frown on his face. He was angry that they were telling the truth. It's like the whatever spirit that was controlling him was not making him understand what our king was saying. It's a lesson to each and every one of us. Whether you're in politics or perhaps you won the lottery today or you're in some sort of high pedestal in your life, professionally or personally, where people are subordinate to you, humble yourself. Look beyond where you are now. Look beyond where you are. Because the same ladder that you used to climb up and you fling the ladder and say, I'm on the mountain top now. One day you want to come down and you won't see the ladder again. So it's a lesson to everyone. Look beyond whatever heightened position that you are in this world, because in the end, everything means nothing. Absolutely nothing. We've seen great politicians in Nigeria come and go. Many of them pass on. Some might not even live up to 2027. They're all shouting 2027. So I just wish that my prayer is that this new administration will do the needful and look beyond just being, I won the election. Look beyond it. What will be your legacy? What will be your legacy? And I think the court case that is going on now about the legitimacy of this present Edo State administration is still ongoing. Whatever comes out of it at the end, do you know it really doesn't matter? Whether
Sister
they bring
Rita,
us, yes, sir.
sorry to interrupt you. With this Obaseki's lackadaisical attitude of not coming over to hand over, don't you think it will also have a little impact on the outcome of the court process?
It has nothing to do with it at all. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. No. You see, what listen, there are two. I can guess two things, two reasons why Governor Obaseki didn't even show up. His inauguration is a formality; he doesn't really have to attend. Donald Trump did not attend the inauguration of Joe Biden, so hey, but at least he handed over to him officially. We all saw it when Melania Trump gave, wasn't Melania Trump gave what's his name? Whatever it is that he gave him, but there are two things that I see that I'm guessing. One, he knows he didn't do well, and perhaps he heard from close quarters people were waiting for him to show up, and they were probably gonna do something to him physically that he wouldn't like, so he just stayed away. The second reason that I'm guessing is that he wants to pledge loyalty to his friend Aswa Ighodalo, because if he shows up, he make Aswa Ighodalo feel like, oh, you actually support them stealing my mandate, as he claimed. So you see, and then the absence of Oyegun and Lucky Gbenedion, isn't it so funny that Lucky Gbenedion has been with Governor Obaseki in recent times, opening the biscuit and the biscuit road and the cosmetic done, the opening and all that, with all the camaraderie and all that. We all saw it. And then it comes to this, it's not showing up. Perhaps that's another solidarity movement to say, your candidacy or your election isn't valid. So therefore, I am not going to support this incoming governor. We are watching. Because at the end of the day, for me, all this is all games. And my focus is on the Edo people. My focus is in the development of Edo State, not just Benin City. We keep talking about Benin City as if Edo Central doesn't exist. We keep talking about the cosmetic roads done in Benin City, or the cosmetic buildings or roads or whatever it is that the fiber optics that they've done in Benin City. We keep talking about that as if Benin City is Edo State. Benin City is not Edo State. Even the Benin City that's the capital, it looks like a glorified village. I don't want to use the word glorified. It's a village, like a slum. So what are we talking about? When people want to create an SPV, because Nigerian people, they've taught us their style, and they are still upgrading their style on a daily basis. When Nigerian politician wants to create an SPV, they will create an intangible SPV that you cannot see. And then you have the supporters club, who are the worst set of people in society, supporting the oppressor, to say it will appreciate the person in 40 years' time. So they'll go and look, sign these MOUs, or listen, let me finish, please. They sign this MOU. It's fiber optics that they are doing. You cannot grab the fiber optics now. So they say they install the Wi-Fi. Where you are, I mean, I don't understand. So those are intangible things. But please, this is my criticism now. Let me be constructive. Since they say be constructive criticism. I'm writing up now. Please, in the face of being constructive in my criticism, I am duly asking, can you also ask your idolized former Governor Obaseki, what was the expenditure in all these intangible projects? And how come we're in debt of over 650 billion? I believe it's more than 650. They just toned it down not to give people high blood pressure. So I'm going to stop it there. So look beyond your high position of where you are today, my people. Look beyond it. Bless you. Have a good night. Mr. Elvis, what's the Damosa?
You too, Madam Rita. I just had to quickly step in because that 30 minutes mark, we've almost crossed it. So once again, thank you everybody for being part of this show.
Mr. Chris, where is Teobala that has been defending Obaseki all this while? Where is he?
No, he has been coming. Maybe he's busy. No, he has actually been coming once in a while. He has been popping in even after the election. Yeah, okay. Maybe he might be very busy, and yeah.
Please help me address that person that commented right now, Simeon also.
So there's some people that are looking for attention, want to use money to look for attention. They're just like rugrats. You know, so there's no need. You understand? Because that is their standard. Very, very minute and obtuse, very low. So they can write what I see. Please write more things. You know what? It gives me more energy. It gives me so much energy, and I have so much love around me. So my energy is ginger by your hatred.
Now this one, I be waiting. I tell wait they call them people. I hope so not be this one. I go do. And I go leave the issue. They attack the messenger. And I go leave the issue that the messenger is bringing up for discussion. It's okay. Now Edo State all of our own, but yeah, like Madam Rita talk, it's not just worthy to give any of those people attention, but it's okay. It's okay. Like we always say on this program, you can come with your criticism, but try and make it as civil as you can. No, some of all these
this one is personal attack now.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. That's the problem. We can make our contributions as civil as we can. Nobody stops you from the opportunity to enjoy the freedom of free speech. But you must know that in trying to do that, it shouldn't attack the personalities of people. We've said this repeatedly, and there's nobody that's less than 18 years old. If you keep doing that, it's not about actually attacking the person. You're actually just portraying who you are in the public space. That is what you are doing. You can disagree with any person here. You can agree with any person. I've seen a lot of people that agree with me. They also disagree with me on some issues. But we need to do it respectfully. Okay? And
there's one thing I have observed. There are certain things Mr. Elvis says, excuse me, or maybe a different person, possibly a man. If it was me that said it, of course, these little ants will come out and start to talk. You know, so they just feel that, okay, it's easy for them to pinpoint on me, but they have no clue about the kind of person I am. They are just meeting a different species. But you know what? Let them continue. Mr. Elvis will do the needful. Yes, Mr. Elvis will watch this show and he will do the needful, because some people need to grow. You know, like you say, it tells a whole lot about you. And people who are very sad and depressed, this is what they do. They look for somebody to pray on, but they're praying on the wrong person.
Yeah, that's the thing. It tells more story about the person writing those things than the person they are writing those things against. So now, so we say, my people, we have come to the end of this broadcast again. Let me quickly use the opportunity to thank everybody that remained on this broadcast, Madam Rita, F. Emmanuel, and Oga Wonsu that just left, and the others that have been here before, Midwest people, Abdul Malik. Who did I see again? If I've not called your name, sorry. And the group of people that I call the people we know, we've not seen you for some time. F. Emmanuel just mentioned one of them, and Tiobala, who is there again? Give us our mandates. And who else can I remember again? Yeah, Oga CM, we wish you quick recovery. And please do well and come back as soon as you can. We miss you. And a whole lot of you that we've not seen for some time. Endeavor to be on the program as soon as you can. We really want to hear you, and your fellow Nigerians wants to listen to you talk. Thank you so much. And all of you on the comment section, I want to say thank you for holding on. And despite the initial hitch in communication that we had, and some of you still came back, most of you, and even the people that are watching us from all over the world, a lot of you still came back, and that is good. That is solidarity. Really appreciate your time with us here. And the people that are still commenting, I can see Oriyomi Abdul. Abdul, we greet you specially. Madam Peggy Modi, always on time. Money or Lagbin. Madam Money, I see you. Good evening. It's good to see you today again. Who did there again? Abuazi, my man. Ogaspana, I greet you specially. Who is there again? Who is there again? Madam Peggy Modi, Frank Emmanuel. I see you, Frank Emmanuel. You did do and double. That is good. Who did that? Madam Ame Bright. It's good to see you, Frank Emmanuel again. Agio Deborah. Una do well. Any person we are not calling Sendam. Thank you so much for remaining in this broadcast to the end of the show today. And like I said, despite the initial break in transmission, thank you all of you who did there where I never see. Yeah, una do. I know say some names don't come out because say we start the broadcast again. Now 30 minutes and give us maybe we take round, but unfortunately we don't spend more than that 30 minutes. Oga Boazi, may you throw a salute, give your twin partner from me, Madam Irene Finest. And Oga Naija, we want to thank you once again for the opportunity for we to have this discourse and your unrelentless effort in trying to bring a positive change to your country will definitely be rewarded in the bend. It's just there in the horizon. Hang on, it's going to surely come to pass. And I'd like to conclude by saying, Mommy Diaspora, thank you so much. Like Madam Rita said earlier, she loves you from the most secret place of her heart. The same thing with all of us. You know, we just from our inner recesses. We love you. We appreciate you. Everything you do. May the good Lord continue to bless you. For all, there are so many things we cannot mention, but for the fact that this program is up every single day, despite problems here and here, technical issues, attackers, hackers, all, but you guys still make sure that this program is up for people to discuss the issues that affect their nation. I want to say thank you so much, Mommy. May the good Lord continue to bless you for all of us, even while He makes a way for you. And we just give you every one of your heart desires. Every single thing that your heart desires, the good Lord is going to make all of them come to pass. And once again, permit me to call on Mr. Naija Watch to end the broadcast. We've gone past the 30 minutes mark. Mr. Naija Watch, if you are there, and we are ready to hand over the microphone to you. Thank you so much.
Okie dokie. I'm here. I did.
Before we enter Gear 2, thank you.
Before I go enter part 2. This is my way Madam Rita Dave show. So now then I will come bring another matter comes. Now I can't go talk at we are rounding up right now. Okay. Thank you very much, my people.
Alpha Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea matter, yes, we'll call it that one. That no rest again. We rest now their business, the business of the husband and wife. I beg. Anyway, thank you very much, Oga F. Emmanuel. I appreciate you, sir, for all you do. Thank you very much, Oga Chris. Thank you very much for all you do, for your big relief. I'm very, very grateful. Madam Rita, thank you very much for staying with us in this time. Your submission was very, very brilliant, and I'm proud of you anytime, any day. Thank you very much. For those of you that came in earlier on that are already left, thank you so much. God bless you all. This is the second broadcast after what happened, but yes, we'll continue to show to these guys that we are bigger than them. You know, we are bigger than them. They will try, but they'll continue to fail. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. Those of you that called into the show today, Oga, Alex, thank you very much. And I love God is my strength. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for those of you that supported this channel and the previous channel. I appreciate every one of you. Sorry, this broadcast and the previous broadcast. I appreciate every one of you on this particular one. Thank you very much, Oga F. Emmanuel. Thank you once again. I'm very, very grateful. At least I've ended the show right now with a lot of smiles on my face, even though the enemies, they don't like it. Unfortunately, that's what we see, and you can't change it. Yes, Mother Iris Finance, you quick come. You say we're not still there here. We're there here. Oh. We're there here, but we're rounding up right now, Mother Iris Finance. Thank you very much. So I appreciate you. Yes, one broadcast ended. We started another one. Yeah, but we're rounding up now. Madam Money Olagbia, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Ariomi Abdul, Abu Azi, thank you very much, sir. God bless you all. Thank you, my wonderful people. Who again, before I mention my mom, who is there? Peggy Modi, thank you very much, Peggy Modi. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for always being there, even though I'm not here. You're always here. You know, I don't know when my mom take the rest. She's here 24/7. I appreciate you, Mommy, and I love you so much. Thank you very much. Everyone right there, we've come to the end of this broadcast. We're rounding up right now. We're going to start from where we stop tomorrow, or rather later on. Fingers crossed by God's grace. Guys, before you leave, just do your part by pressing on the like button. Help us to share, take our voices far, so that all our submissions here today can go far. All right, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Allow us to end the show right now, and I'll see you guys again later on. Sometimes when we're ending the show like this, we don't really want to end them, but what do? We still need to end it because we need to put our strength together to come back again. Take care, my people, and good night. Bye for now.
Night.
Ọba tí gbẹ́kún aládùúrà mo ti dé.